Hi, I'm Louise from A2A Training. I'll give you a brief overview of the Corporate Responsibility and Sustainability Practitioner Level 4 Apprenticeship Assessment. So there's two elements to this endpoint assessment. There's the work-based project, followed by a report and a presentation with questions and answers, and then a professional discussion underpinned by the portfolio of evidence. So at Gateway, you'll submit a short report to us to let us know what your project will be based upon. This should be around 350 to 500 words, and you'll then start work on it after Gateway to become your 5,000 word project report. This will be a significant work-based project that contains real activity done within the role and demonstrates many aspects of the standard. It should describe what you did as the apprentice, how you did it, and the benefits that resulted from the project. You need to work within the word count, so you've got a minimum word count of 4,500 and a maximum of 5,500, and this does not include annexes or references. You've got 16 weeks maximum after Gateway, so it can be less to complete and submit the project report. So the work-based project is then followed by our endpoint assessment, the presentation with questions and answer session with your independent assessor. So you'll have submitted your 5,000 word report and then deliver a 20-minute presentation and then around 25 minutes of questions and answers with your assessor. So all projects are likely to have a budget involved. Please read the details here about the budgetings and the information that's required. So before Gateway, you'll have worked on a portfolio of evidence, which should be a showcase of your best work since you've been on the apprenticeship, and should contain around 16 pieces of evidence which map to all the criteria required for the professional discussion. So the professional discussion itself will cover any areas covered in your portfolio of evidence, and it will particularly focus on corporate responsibility and sustainability, business structures and opportunities, relationships, strategy and management, principles, and the learning agenda. So your portfolio of evidence should contain a range of evidence types demonstrating that you've met the key skills and behaviours required in the apprenticeship standard. The evidence will illustrate the application of knowledge, skills and behaviours. Evidence ideas can include things such as policies and procedures, professional discussions with your on-programme assessor, observations, videos, witness statements. Just to be aware that reflective accounts and self-assessments are not permitted. The portfolio itself is not formally marked but is used to frame the professional discussion, and evidence within it can be redacted for GDPR purpose and business confidentiality purposes. This should be uploaded at Gateway with a mapping document, and the independent endpoint assessor will need at least 2 weeks to review the portfolio before the professional discussion. And you should bring a copy of this to your endpoint assessment and you can refer to it. So in terms of grading, there's fail, pass and distinction grades available. And on resit, this will be capped at a pass. So in summary, your portfolio is handed in at Gateway. The project report of around 5,000 words is completed after Gateway and submitted within 16 weeks maximum. Slides for the presentation can be submitted, and we do request that you do. It's not a formal requirement, but it does help your endpoint assessor support you at endpoint assessment. In terms of timings, the presentation and project are 20 minutes for the presentation, 25 minutes for the question and answer session, and the professional discussion will last around 60 to 66 minutes. So your endpoint assessment will normally be completed online using platforms such as Teams or Zoom, and can be completed from home, work or from your college or training provider. Please log in around 15 minutes early and check your connection, and always check the requirements of the assessment plan in relation to your apprenticeship standard, and any changes to the assessment plan must be adhered to. Please allow extra time for breaks, setup and contingency, and please bring photographic ID on the date of your endpoint assessment, such as a driver's licence or passport. Good luck with your own point assessment, and here's our email address should you need us.